How you feeling? Good. That's good to hear. I'm glad you're feeling better. I don't know why that sounded like I wasn't like dang it. Like, you know what I mean? That sounded like I wasn't hoping you felt better. I hope you feel better. But anyways, I brought you a cup of tea because I heard that drinking tea can make you feel better when you're sick. I made that up. I don't actually know, but you know, in movies, when someone's sick, they're always drinking like tea or something like that. So I brought you some green tea. It's really hot, so you might want to wait a little bit till it cools down, unless you like when it's hot as freak and it burns your tongue. If you like that, then you go right on ahead. But I'm gonna leave that in the side table right here because so you can just take a sip whenever you want. Also, my hair, I just got out the shower and it's air drying, and usually when it air dries it puffs up, so if by the end of this my hair literally looks like crazy, sorry. But anyways, I hope you are feeling a lot better. I did bring some stuff to just help you fall asleep tonight. I know falling asleep when you're sick is a lot tougher. At least for me, when I'm sick, it takes me a lot longer than what it usually takes me to fall asleep. So I brought some stuff to help, to help you fall asleep. I brought the drink first of all, and then I also brought this citrus burst. It's kind of like not a perfume, but you put it on your pillow and it's supposed to, make it smell good. I don't really know what the purpose of this is, to be honest. But you're supposed to put it on pillows, and supposedly it's supposed to, help fall asleep and stuff like that. So, if you wanna, I'm just gonna lift your head a little bit, okay? And I'm just gonna spray it on the pillow behind you. Okay, sorry about that. I'm sorry if I hurt you. I'm also gonna put it on your side pillow, because I know you got two pillows. So I'll put it right there, okay? And also on the covers, just to make sure, okay? Whoops, sorry about that. Okay, and I'm gonna tuck you in while I'm at it. Give you a little massage too. Okay, you should be good right here. Okay. Actually, let me do that for a little bit. Just massage you. also, is the temperature good in this room? You need me to bring down the AC or turn it up, or do you need an extra blanket? Is it good? You're good. Okay. See, you can already see my hair starting to puff up. I have a little, can't see it, but a clip in the back of my head. That was my stomach, sorry. So that those hairs don't, puff up. But anyways, I hope that felt good. I hope you feel a little bit more or less tense and more relaxed. But let me see. Hold on. I have a book with me because one thing I love is hearing someone read to me, and I thought it'd be a good idea, I love falling asleep to people reading. However, my reading is not the greatest, so I will try my best not to mess up. But also sorry about my stomach. But I'm gonna try my best, okay? I do have this book here. This is ancient Greek philosophers, and it has different what were they called? I forgot. Different lectures, I guess. I don't know. I can't remember the name of different philosophers. They have Plato. Who else? Let's actually go through it. They have Plato. They have Aristotle. They have Xenophon. I've actually never heard of that dude. Epictetus. I'm definitely not saying these names right. And I think they have one more. If I could flip this page. And Epicurus. That is definitely not how you say it. I am going to read one of these to you. Because that'd be nice, and I thought it'd help you fall asleep. Before that, I am going to give you a sip of your drink because I think it cooled down a little bit, and I don't want you to be parched, That's a big word right there. So I'll just take a quick sip right here. Okay, more, okay. I'm gonna leave it, once again, I'm gonna leave it right here, okay? Okay, I'm not sure how much I'm gonna get through because I do got school tomorrow, and I also need to go to bed. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a reading Apology by Plato. This is all the introduction by the guy who translated it, but we're not going to read that. We're going to read the actual writing by Plato, I guess. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. You can go ahead and close your eyes and try not to laugh at my bad reading and my mess ups. But anyways, Apology by Plato. How you, O Athenians, have been affected by my accusers. I cannot tell. But I do know that they almost made me forget who I was. So persuasively did they speak. And yet they have hardly uttered a word of truth. But of the many falsehoods told by them, there was one which quite amazed me. I mean, when they said that you should be upon your guard and not allow yourself to be deceived by the force of my eloquence. To say this when they were certain to be detected. To be detected as soon as I opened my lips and proved myself to be anything but a great speaker. Did indeed appear to the most shameless. Did appear to me most shameless. Unless by the force of eloquence they mean the force of truth, for it such in their meaning. I admit that I am eloquent, but in how different a way from theirs. Well, as I was saying, they have scarcely spoken the truth at all, but from me you shall hear the whole truth. Now, however, delivered after their manner in a set oration, I think that's how you say it, duly ornamented with words and phrases. No, by heaven, but I shall use the words and arguments which occur to me at the moment, for I am confident in the justice of my cause. Sorry, I drink some water, but then it says in parentheses, or I am certain that I am right in taking this course. At my time of life I ought not to be appearing before you, O men of Athens, in the character of a juvenile orator. Let no one expect it from me. And I must beg of you to grant me a favor. If I defend myself in my accustomed manner, and you hear me using the words which I have been in habit of using in the agora, at the tables of the money changers, or anywhere else, I would ask you not to be surprised, and not to interrupt me on this account. For I am more than 70 years of age, and appearing now for the first time in a court of law. I am quite a stranger to the language of the place, and therefore I would have you regard me as if I were really a stranger whom you would excuse if he spoke in his native tongue, and after the fashion of this country. Am I making an unfair request of you? Never mind the matter, which may or may not be good, but think only of the truth of my words, and give heed to that. Let the speaker speak truly, and the judge decide justly. Whoops, that was loud. And first, oh my god, I cannot see here. Hold on, I'm gonna change the light a little bit. Oh my god, my hair looks so bad, bro. What the fuck? Well, it's whatever. I'm gonna go to sleep anyways. Oh shoot. No, the page. Okay. Where was I? And first, I have to reply to the order charges and to my first accusers. And first I have to reply to the older charges and to my first accusers, and then I will go on to the later ones. For of old I have had many accusers who have accused me falsely to you during many years, and I am more afraid of them than I am of Anytus and his associates, who are dangerous too in their own way, but far more dangerous are the others who began when you were children and took possession of your minds with their falsehoods, telling of one Socrates, a wise man, who speculated about the heaven above, and searched into the earth beneath, and made the worse appear the better cause. And made the worse appear the better, yes. The disseminators, I think that's how you say that, of this tale are the accusers whom I dread, for their hearers are apt to fancy that such inquirers do not believe in the existence of the gods, and they are many, and their charges against me are, hold on, I feel like I'm reading like a 2-year-old. And they are many, and their charges against me are of ancient date, and they were made by them in the days when you were more impressible than you are now, in childhood, or it may have been in youth, and the cause when heard went by default for. For there was none to answer, and hardest of all, I do not know and cannot tell the names of my accusers, unless in the chance case of a comic poet. All who from envy and malice have persuaded you, some of them having first convinced themselves, all this class of men are most difficult to deal with, for I cannot have them up here and cross-examine them, and therefore I must simply fight with shadows in my own defense, and argue when there is no one who answers. I will ask you then to assume with me, as I was saying, that my opponents are of two kinds, one recent, the other ancient, and I hope that you will see the propriety of my answering the later first. For these accusations you heard long before the others, and much oftener. Well then, I must make my defense, and endeavor to clear away in a short time a slander which has lasted a long time. May I succeed if to succeed be for my good and yours, or likely to avail me in my cause. The task is not an easy one. I quite understand the nature of it, and so leaving the event with God, in obedience to the law, I will now make my defense. I will begin at the beginning and ask what is the accusation which has given rise to the slander of me, and in fact has encouraged Meletus to prove this charge against me. Well, what do you slanderers say? They shall be my prosecutors, and I will sum up their words in affidavit, and then it quotes, Socrates is an evil doer and a curious person who searches into things under the earth and in heaven, and he makes the worse appear the better cause, and he teaches the aforesaid, I think that's what that is, doctrines to others, end quote. Such is the nature of the accusation. It is just what you have yourself seen in the comedy of Aristophanes, who has introduced a man whom he calls Socrates, going about and saying that he walks in air and talks a deal of nonsense concerning matters of which I do not pretend to know either much or little. Not that I mean to speak disparagingly of anyone who is a student of natural philosophy. I should be very sorry if Meletus could bring so grave a charge against me, but the simple truth is, O Athenians, that I have nothing to do with physically speculative with physical speculations. Very many of those here present are witnesses to the truth of this, and to them I appeal. Speak then, you who have heard me, and tell your neighbors whether any of you have ever known me hold forth in few words, or in any upon such matters. You heard their answers, and from what they say of this part of the charge, you will be able to judge of the truth of the rest. Oh my god, my back hurts. Okay. Anyways. Oh, that hurts. As little foundation is there for the report that I am a teacher and take money. This accusation has no more truth in it than the others. Although if a man were really able to instruct mankind to receive money for giving instructions would, in my opinion, be an honor to him. There is Gorgias of Leontium. I think that's a dude. There is Gorgias of Leontium and Prodicius of Ceos and Hippias of Elis, who go around of the cities and are able to persuade the young men to leave their own citizens, by whom they might be taught for nothing, and come to them whom they not only pay, but are thankful if they may be able to pay them. There is at this time a Parian philosopher residing in Athens, of whom I have heard, and I came to hear him in this way. I came across a man who has spent the world of money on the sophists, Callias, the son of Hipponesus. I'm trying, guys, I'm really trying. And knowing that he had sons, I asked him, Callias, I said, if your two sons were foals or calves, there would be no difficulty. Oh my god, I'm reading like a 2-year-old. If your two sons were foals or calves, there would be no difficulty in finding someone to put over them. We should hire a trainer of horses, or a farmer probably, who would improve the perfect them in their own proper virtue and excellence. But as they are human beings, whom are you thinking of placing over them? Is there anyone who understands human and political virtue? You must have thought about this matter, for you have sons. Is there anyone? End quote. There is. I shouldn't be saying end quote. There is, he said. Who is he? Said I. And of what country? And what does he charge? Even is the Parian, he replied. He is the man, and his charge is 5 minae. Happy is Evenus. I said to myself, if he really has this wisdom and teaches at such a moderate charge, had I the same, I should have been very proud and conceited, but the truth is that I have no knowledge of that kind. I dare say, Athenians, that some among you will reply, yes, Socrates, but what is the origin of these accusations which are brought against you? There must have been something strange which you have been doing. All these rumors and this talk about you would never have arisen if you had been like other men. Tell us then, what is the cause of them? For we should be sorry to judge hastily of you. Now, I regard this is a fair challenge, and I will endeavor to explain to you the reason why I am called wise and have such an evil fame. Please to attend then. And although some of you may think that I'm joking, I declare that I will tell you the entire truth. Men of Athens, this reputation of mine has come of a certain sort of wisdom which I possess. If you ask me what kind of wisdom, I reply wisdom such as many perhaps be attained by man. For to that extent I am inclined to believe that I am wise, whereas the person of whom I was speaking have superhuman wisdom which I may fail to describe, but I have it not myself. And he who says that I have speaks falsely, and is talking away my character. And here, O men of Athens, I must beg you not to interrupt me, or if I seem to say something extravagant, for the word which I speak is not mine. I will refer to a witness who is worthy of credit. That witness shall be the god of Delphi. He will tell you about my wisdom, if I have any, and of what sort is it? You must have known Chaerephon. He was early a friend of mine, and also a friend of yours, for he shared in recent exile of the people. And returned with you. Well, Chaerephon, as you know, was very impetuous in all his doings, and he went to Delphi and boldly asked the oracle to tell him whether, as I was saying, I must beg you not to interrupt. He asked the oracle to tell him whether anyone was wiser than I was, and the Pythian prophets answered that there was no man wiser. Chaerephon is dead himself, but his brother, who is in court, will confirm the truth of what I'm saying. Why do I mention this? Because I am going to explain to you why I have such an evil name. When I hear the answer, I said to myself, what can the god mean? And what is the interpretation of his riddle? For I know that I have no wisdom, small or great. What then can he mean when he says that I am the wisest of men, and yet he is a god? I cannot lie. What would be against nature? Oh, and cannot lie. That would be against his nature. After long consideration, I thought of a method of trying the question. I reflected that if I could only find a man wiser than myself, then I might go to the god with a refutation in my hand. I should say to him, here is a man who is wiser than I am, but you said that I was the wisest. Accordingly, I went to one who had the reputation of wisdom and observed him. His name I need not mention. He was a politician whom I selected for examination, and the result was as follows. When I began to talk with him, I could not help thinking that he was not really wise, although he was thought wise by many, and still wiser by himself. He had theory upon, I did not say that right. I tried to explain to him that he thought himself wise, but was not really wise, and the consequence was that he hated me, and his enmity was shared by several who were present and heard me. So I left him, saying to myself as I went away, well, although I do not suppose that either of us knows anything really beautiful and good, and better off than he is. But I am better off than he is, for he knows nothing, and thinks that he knows. I neither know nor think that I know. In this latter particular, then, I seem to have slightly the advantage of him. Then I went to another who had still higher pretensions to wisdom, and my conclusion was exactly the same. Whereupon I made another enemy of him, and of many others beside